President, do you mean to tell me that the NBI were here to arrest Senator De La Rosa without the benefit of any warrant of arrest?
Yes. So far, I do not want to talk in a partial investigation, but so far there is no information that the NBI informed the Senate, which by tradition, no law enforcement agency has ever come to the Senate in secret to effect an arrest. Usually they have an arrest warrant and they coordinate with the office of the Senate President, and the Senate President calls a caucus to get the details. No? But if there's no objection, I will recognize Senator Soto, but if there's no objection, I will just direct and allow the Sergeant of Arms to conduct the investigation. Is that okay?
Mr. President, may I suggest that we just followed your instructions and then go into a suspension so that because of some vital information that
Yes.
we're discussing, which might be detrimental
Prejudicial.
to the records of the Senate later
Yes.
on.
Yes. So that was the
in the meantime-
initial verbal report of the Sergeant at Arms, but let us wait for the official full-length report that we're giving him 20, 30, 40 minutes to finish. But please do that, General, so that we will know our actions. In the meantime, they are not allowed to leave the Senate. No? Senator Marcoleta.
Mr. President, what happened to Senator Bato this afternoon does not only concern him. Most importantly, this concerns the very institution where he belongs. It is not only a disrespect to an incumbent and sitting senator of the Republic, but this is an act ridiculing this institution. Hindi po simpleng bagay yun, Mr. President. Kahit na po sinasabi natin na wala namang complaint or charges against him, wala namang bakit sila mag-aaresto, that's another point, Mr. Speaker. Yun lamang po napigilan siya, na pumasok siya para gampanan ang tungkulin niya. They already violated at least Article 145 of the Revised Penal Code. Marami po ang implication nito, Mr. President. Kamakailan lang, kagaya po ng alam ninyo, na ipasa po natin ang Senate Resolution number 44, which was adopted on March 17, 2026. Dito po sa resolution na ito, Mr. President, dahil ito'y kamakailan lang, alam po natin na ang sense po ng Senate ay na-express sa pamagitan ng mga sumusunod. Una, due process and rule of law must be upheld in any surrender or extradition. Kasi po, nangangamba tayo na isusunod na naman si Senator Bato sa ginawa nila sa dating Pangulo. Filipinos not formally charged or convicted have the right to due process and will be guaranteed reasonable time and opportunity to seek redress from the courts and avail of any legal remedies available to them before any transfer to foreign or international authorities. Ito pa po yung isa. Sa sense ng Resolution number 44, while not legally binding, the resolution reflects the Senate's position against extrajudicial rendition and may be invoked to resist any attempt to arrest or surrender a sitting senator without due process. Ito po'y in-adapt natin, Mr. President. And there is a relevant precedent. Halimbawa po, yung binanggit kanina, former Senator Trillanes, noong 2018, Mr. President, former Senator Antonio Trillanes avoided arrest by submitting to Senate custody after his amnesty was voided. Ang sabi pa nga po noon ni dating, the former President of the Senate, our friend Vicente Soto III, maintained that no senator would be arrested within Senate premises to preserve the institution's dignity. salita po nito ng ating colleague, Mr. President. The Trillanes precedent shows that the Senate can refuse to allow any arrest within Senate premises, even for a non-bailable offense, Mr. President. Senate Resolution Number 44 strengthened this position. While not legally binding, it expresses the Senate's official stand on this matter. Filipinos must be protected from extrajudicial rendition. They must be given reasonable time to seek legal remedies before any surrender or extradition. Due process must be strictly observed. This gives the Senate, Mr. President, a policy basis to resist any attempt to arrest or surrender Senator Bato to international authorities without due process. Even if offense is non-bailable, Senator Bato is still or should still be protected as long as he remains inside the Senate. Because, number one, Senate can assert custody over him as it did with Trillanes. Number two, Senate can refuse any entry to arresting officers. And number three, Resolution number 44 provides political and procedural justification to delay or prevent arrest or surrender to international authorities. Mr. President, the arrest cannot be executed inside the Senate, and the senator can seek judicial remedies while under Senate custody. Thank you, Mr. President.
Your manifestation is well taken and noted. I will restate that any government entity or any body, even judicial and quasi-judicial legislative bodies, their existence, of course, is always a priority. And when you have a collegial body like the House or the Senate, its members are given not only rights and responsibilities, but also privileges. That's why there is also immunity against suit, because if you look at history, when the kings and queens in Europe allowed parliament to meet, they would kidnap or stop or arrest members of parliament from going to parliament if they think that parliament will be acting contrary to their wishes or interests. And that's primarily the reason why, although we opted for the presidential form of government, it is the immunities is still found in our Constitution. Having said that, there are also a list of criminal offenses, including preventing a legislative body from meeting. There are also a list of criminal offenses, for example, an assault on a person of authority. But it is really unprecedented for a senator to experience this within our premises. Having said that, I think it is prudent, as Senator Soto said, let us complete the investigation, get all the facts. But I do that in that manner, we'll be able to act accordingly. But it is not also prudent to just dismiss them and for them to leave. No? That's why I'm asking also the Secretariat and the Committee on Rules to start thinking about drafting a letter, if not a subpoena, to the NBI director, so that it will be on the record who sent these agents and what were their primary objectives, or under what authority were they acting and what was their mission. No? We will suspend and let's confer with each other, and then we will give the Sergeant of Arms a few minutes. I've also asked my head of Legis, Attorney Sara, to accompany them to find out what really was their objectives. Senator Marcoleta, do you wish that your speech your manifestation be referred to a certain committee?
Yes, Mr. President. But aside from that, I'd like to say that newspaper accounts has it that the CIDG issued a subpoena to Senator Bato on issues of extrajudicial killing. Mr. President, if that is a fact, then an impending case, a domestic case, is yet to be lodged against the senator. And therefore, with much reason, that the ICC cannot do anything because the case is already actively being pursued domestically, meaning to say it is within the ambit of our local jurisdiction. And considering that the ICC's core framework rests on the principle of complementarity, it is with much reason that the ICC has nothing or does anything to do with this because our domestic law has acquired jurisdiction already. Thank you, Mr. President.
That's correct, Senator Marcoleta. In fact, many members put on record when we passed that resolution that while the Philippine Constitutional is operational, the warrant of arrest has to be issued by a Philippine judge. It has to be from the judicial authority. So if they can show a foreign warrant, it still should be presented before a Philippine judge, and the Philippine judge has to still use the same parameters or requirements by the Philippine Constitution as to personal knowledge, as to the quality of the evidence or the quantum of evidence needed in order to justify a warrant of arrest. No? So we have two choices whether to refer to the Committee on Rules since it affects the privileges and the rights of every senator, or we can refer it to the Committee on Public Order. However, there is still no chairman yet unless the acting majority leader wants to nominate Senator Bato as the chairman of the Committee on Public Order. The chair will wait for a...
I don't see anyone objecting, Mr. President. So, with that, Mr. President, this representation would like to nominate the first chairperson of the new Senate Committee on Public Order, and that would be Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa. I so move, Mr. President.
Is there no objection? He is so elected. And maybe... just for the record, no senator was allowed to be arrested ever inside the Senate premises. Enrile, Estrada, Revilla, I think Trillanes, 4 na yon. So kung si Leila, de 5 na yon. Never been allowed arrested. And there's always been coordination with the Office of the Senate President. So Senator Marcoleta brought up two issues, the NBI and the CIDG. So we're referring it to both the Committee on Rules and the Committee on Public Order. Mag-usap na lang yung dalawang chairman so that we can get to the bottom of this. So session is suspended.